Welcome to another video. As you can see, I'm currently on a boat, and I know you're thinking this is a PEV channel, what the hell are you doing sitting on a boat and bringing us boat stories? I will kind of explain that in a little bit, but first a little about where I am. We're in the east side of Lincoln. We have just picked up this 57-foot narrow boat that I'm sitting on at the moment, and we're sailing it through Lincoln, past Nottingham, down somewhere near Leicester. We're going to get some work done on it, then bring it down to London to one of our other riders who's a boat builder to get some more of the work done on it and have it looking pretty shipshape. So the idea is to turn this 57-foot boat into some kind of mobile PEV adventure platform. So solar panels on the roof, a ton of batteries inside. We can load up all our gear inside it, head out on the Canal network, find some awesome places to ride, bring the boards out, get some mountain boards, and then you can just jump out like you can see here. Some countryside, just jump into the fields and go for a ride wherever you want. Jump back on the boat, cook some food, charge your boards up while you're cruising somewhere else. As you can see, it's kind of weird. We're quite, well, I say East Midlands. There seems to be no colour. All the greens and blues are kind of washed out. It's quite bizarre. But as we head into the cities more, I'll bring you a bit more footage of what's going on. I've got a graphic render of the boat, so I'll try and talk you through it from memory, and I'll put the graphic on screen. So what we're going to do is the whole roof section is going to have solar panels across the top. These will be really good quality. You should be able to suck loads of power out of the sun, charge up the batteries on the go. And then from the front of the boat here, you can see where I am right now. I'm going to put some chairs out on here and have like a chilling zone. You can eat your lunch here, and yeah, just enjoy the view as you travel along. And then just inside that, we're going to have a couple of lazy armchairs, big stack of wood, and we've got the fire going at the moment, so it's really toasty inside. And a really big living room section, loads of bookcases, loads of gear storage, massive couch. At the front you'll see a little like a blank screen. That should be a pull down movie screen, so you can get a little projector, rig your laptop up, stream movies onto the big screen, and pump some sound out for some Bluetooth speakers. Heading back a little bit, there'll be a mini kitchen, so you'll prep loads of food. Got a brand new cooker in that isn't plumbed in yet, mini sink. Then behind that we're going to have a full bathroom, toilet, sink, and a full working plumbed in hot shower, which is going to be absolutely incredible. Then behind that there's a bedroom, sorry, a little bit of storage, and then a bed, and then steps leading up to the tiller where the boat is controlled from. I'll bring you little bits of the boat as I can as we sail along, and hopefully at some point we will stop, get the boards out, and go for a little ride. But for now, I guess, Shredlights hoodies, link in description if you want to pick yourself up a Shredlights hoodie. There's a few left. I'll see you in a bit. So I was hoping there was going to be some skating cut into this. We bought some boards, we had a plan, sail to some places, have a skate, sail, skate, etc, etc, and we're going to cut loads more skating into this video. But things didn't quite go to plan. Let me explain. We set off, and everything was going very smoothly. We're going down the canal, and there's a boat parked, whatever you call it, parked at the side of the canal, and out of courtesy you slow down when you're passing a boat so you don't cause loads of wake slapping at the side of the boat and disturbing them. So we slowed down, and as soon as we slowed down, the engine just cut out completely, and we're just floating down the river with no power, hardly any steering. My friend who was sailing, he managed to like yank the rudder, point the boat at the bank, and we were aiming for it, pulling in, and I'm standing on the front of the boat waiting to jump onto land and rope it in, but the boat doesn't get close enough. I couldn't get onto land, and I'm just standing on there. We're stuck. We're still sailing down, but the current manages to push the boat sideways enough for him to jump off the back. We grabbed some ropes. I got to the back of the boat, jumped off. We grabbed ropes. We managed to stop this 17-ton boat from getting too far down the river, right to the end of the pontoon. Pulled it back up, managed to moor it. Pulled the top off the engine cover, and I looked down, and it looked like the whole of this bilge was covered in oil. What I thought was oil at the time, it was just floating around, tons of it at the bottom. So we had a good look, and it seems that it was all diesel. Something had blown around the pump filter, and it was just spewing diesel into the bottom of the sump, and just these awful hot diesel fumes coming out the top. So we got this all fixed up, cleaned up as much as we could, and we set sail again, and we didn't get very far. So calamity number 2. After we've set sail, we're going again, everything's great for maybe 5 minutes. And I'm at the front of the boat, my friend's at the back. It's a 57-foot narrowboat. So I'm just at the front, enjoying the view, got my 360 camera out, taking a few shots, admiring the wildlife and stuff going on around me. And yeah, I just felt something go again. I look back, there's a bit of steam coming out. Ah, no, not again. Here we go. Something's broken. I thought it was maybe the same thing. We could fix it again. And then all of a sudden, there's just steam coming up. Loads of smoke. Ah, no, what's going on this time? And then all of a sudden, again, the engine just cuts out. We're in the middle of nowhere this time. There's no pontoons. There's just canal, and then at the sides, it's kind of really silty. So there's no way you can come up and hit a bank and then just stop. We're floating completely aimlessly, uncontrollably down the canal, slowing down, and we're almost at a stop, because you're only going like 4 or 5 miles an hour to start off with. And as we're slowing down, and all this smoke's billowing out of the back, I notice there's a swan on a nest, and I look over. The swan starts freaking out and hissing and screeching at us, and realise it's a mother swan. She's sat on her eggs. The boat's heading towards it, and I've got this barge pole, and I'm trying to dig it into the ground, push the boat away from us a little bit, and I managed to jam it in and slow the boat right down to an almost stop. So the front of the boat stops where I've got the pole, and the back just starts swinging out like this, doing an Ever Given, blocking the Suez Canal. The whole boat swings sideways, and we've just blocked off the entire canal. Front end jammed in where I've got the pole, back end swings round, hits a tree that's leaning over, so the back of the boat hits that, and we stopped completely sideways. Managed to avoid any calamity with the swan. We turn around, and the Mr. Swan is behind us, and he's puffed up his chest, and he's screeching and freaking out, and he's paddling away. I've never seen a swan swim so fast, and he's flying at our boat. This thing's so crazy. He's ready to attack a 17-ton metal box with these 2 idiots on it. Oh no. I'm running inside, and I've got these bits of bread, and I'm throwing bread at the swan who's going for them, and I'm feeding him all the way around the boat, all the way around the front, all the way around the other side, to the side with his nest, and I keep giving him treats, so he knows we're quite friendly. We're not trying to eat him or kill his baby swans or something. So I'm like, okay, that's fine, we're okay. We're not going to be attacked by some crazy swans. and I relax for like 1 second, and then there's a shout behind me, "Tim, grab the fire extinguishers." And I turn around, and this bit of smoke is just, my friend's gone, engulfed in this inferno of just what we're expecting to be flames underneath the hatch he's standing on. I grab the 2 fire extinguishers from the front here and just run through the boat with 2 fire extinguishers, stick one in his hand, and I'm at the back of the boat and I'm hiding behind this metal sides. He's got one, I've got my finger on the ring ready to pull it for him to squirt, and we lift up the engine cover, expecting this kind of like backdraft to just blow him off the back of the boat. Turns out that we split a hose on the coolant return pipe, so there is no coolant in the engine, and any coolant that's returning is just being dumped on top of a hot diesel engine. Massive diesel engine, as you can imagine, to power this boat. So this is just throwing up all the steam. So now we have a broken down boat, overheating, with no coolant. We're wedged sideways on the canal, and we have angry swans. So things really weren't going to plan. I'm not entirely sure how we got out of that. It's a bit of a blur. I remember getting the pole and trying to straighten us up. We managed to get a Jubilee clip and some bodge tape, some old like electrical tape, and we've taped it up. We've got a Jubilee clip, and 2 Jubilee clips in fact, holding this together. Chuck tons of water in because that's all we've got, and we start it up, and we cruise to the next point where we can pull over and park up and fix the engine properly. And you might think that was the end of our disasters, but it wasn't. It's a bit of a blur. Let me think what happened next. So we fixed that one, and we set off again. I think we managed to get to a lock. We got through the lock, so we were on the bottom side. We got into the lock, we came up, we went just a few more feet, pulled it over to the first mooring point we could find, and we parked up next to the canal on this pretty awful looking tower block. So that was our mooring for that night. Then we got some help, and then the next morning fixed the pipe properly. I think we got a new bit of hose, put that on, so that should get us through the centre of town, out to the other side, and we're heading for a marina where we can try and get the boat fixed. So we got through town. I don't know if I haven't cut that footage in, I'll cut it in now. It was really nice. Pootling along with town through the next marina, and then we break down again. Something else goes. We fix one bit of hose, and then the pressure's so high the next parish bit of hose goes, and we just have this chain of events where we break down and we fix one bit of hose and we set off, and then we break down again and we fix the next bit of hose. And one of the journeys was literally maybe 100 meters between breakdowns. Been a complete nightmare. So we set off on Sunday. Today is Friday. We've been on the boat nearly a week, and we've managed to complete what was supposed to be day one of the journey. So hence no skating. I did jump on my board once just to go to the shops and get supplies. Yeah, so bit of a weird mix of boating and disaster stories this week. I do apologise for the complete lack of skating and stuff that should be going on the channel. We will head back to London now, get some stuff sorted out, come back up, jump back on the boat, and hopefully I'll bring you a boating adventure with some updates on the work that's been done on the boat. We'll take the boards out. I'm trying to sail by tramper next time in Nottingham. Maybe we'll get a little tramper ride in there as well. Until then, thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll get home and I'll catch up with you again next week.